Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, Birdman, good morning. Actually, good afternoon, I believe. Welcome to the stream. Awesome. How's life treating you? I am doing okay. Getting back into the swing of things. So there's always that, pre-deployment, shall we say, jitters, but I'm doing good. Got a lot of things in my head that I need to figure out, but I'm doing good. Awesome. I'm happy to hear life is being kind to you. I should probably move that away from where it is because I don't want to make a mess of my headset. And I don't trust that very much, but I think I don't have a choice. Yeah, that'll be good. Alright, well. We are here. The plan today is to continue my grind through Factorio, hopefully actually make some progress on it because reasons. I'm utterly terrified of doing this again, simply because I don't remember how far into it. Well, actually, no, that's not true. If I remember correctly, we had got bots. I'd started automating some construction components, but I'm also researching too fast for how quickly I build, so I have more things to set up than I have capacity for. So instead of second guessing my own brain and memory, let's actually get into this thing and see how much damage I have to correct. Oh, that's right. I was in a death spiral. And I don't have coal on me. Oh, crud. Okay. So how... I mean, okay. First thought I have is pick up as much coal as my inventory can hold. And probably a bit smarter of an answer. Okay. Okay, so there are two things. Yeah. Unfuck power. Yeah. That definitely seems like a good problem to try and solve. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to sever these three connections with my well, as many connections as possible with my factory. Okay, so that doesn't link with anything but the factory itself. And these do not connect anywhere. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to sever that connection. This is all my power block. I'm going to remove those connections. Remove these connections. Okay, so that should leave my factory unpowered except for... Good morning, Rabbit. Welcome to the stream. How is life treating you? Pleasure seeing you. Okay, so that'll power this mine. I need to sever these connections. So this factory section is left alone, and that's fine because what I want is this coal mine to operate. I don't care if this mine operates. These mines can operate and that should not break anything in terms of power drain. Even this one can operate and shouldn't cause any serious power drains. Okay. You're good. Power rest my back garden today. Oh, nice. What kind of okay, that makes me want to ask if you have a brick or like slate tiles for your garden, because I'm assuming you power wash the pathway, correct? Okay. That should be more than enough coal to get things going again. I hope. Okay, I was right. It is definitely more than enough coal to get things going again. So... Oh, because the freaking... Because of these damn things. Alright, 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. What I'm trying to do right now is unbreak everything. Because, oh dear God, did everything just break on me. And that's not coming in fast enough. Not really. I think for now, I need to change this to have output priority left. So everything is going to the power plants right now. Which is terrifying as I'll get out, because if this doesn't work, I can't guarantee I'll have enough coal to get everything back up and running again. And for all I know, I'm just consuming way more coal than I have any right to. Okay, so the factory shouldn't be running. And it isn't. Okay, that's good. Okay. Iron is being fed. That I don't care about that right now. So all of that's working. All of that's a huge drain. I should turn that off. Okay. So before I can do anything else, is that a... Okay, it's just a rock. That's fine. I need to get this shipped over here to compensate for this, because it can't even produce a full coal belt. Which is a problem, because if I can't get a full coal belt, the power plants will starve. Like right now they're fine. Actually, no, they're not. They're about to run out. Okay, I need to buy some time. You stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Okay, that will buy me a truckload more power that I don't want to fight right now. I need to keep both of these running. This one is gone inert because I'm not processing oil. So what I need to do is set up a coal offload. Hit enter, go here, do this. Where are my requester chests? I know they're here. There they are. Set a new requester. I'll just turn that off because I need to get one of these up here. I hope I have this on me. Okay, and you have power to do that? Okay, I am not going to complain. All right, send a green signal if coal is below, oh, what do we want to say here? Like 2,000, I think. Send signal L, which will put train limit up to 1. Set train limit, do not send to train. And I do not have any trains with a stop. Why do I not have a coal? Because coal wasn't a problem before. Okay, correction. I can support a coal belt with this patch of coal, which is good. But at the same time, I am at... oh, like a 10th of my maximum draw. Okay, let's reconnect the iron line, or iron patch, whatever you want to call it. How much power did that go? That was like 20 megawatts of power right there. That hurts. Okay. Coal is running. I really don't want to connect the rest of the factory because that is going to be such a huge draw. And do I have the capacity to absorb it? I mean, realistically, I'm going to have 2 coal belts ready to feed into this power block of mine. I just don't know what's going to happen. One way to find out. Where do I want to make the connection? Let's throw it up here. All right. Oh, God, that's why. Now, to be fair, a huge part of it are the roboports sucking up an ungodly amount of power. But these are now burning as fast as they can go, which will probably collapse. Yep. Jesus. Okay, that's eating more than a single bowl than this mine can provide. Holy fuck. Okay. Okay, bit of a modification. My maximum output is 70 and I still need 100 megawatts of power. Okay. Sever that connection. So what do I need to do? I think the answer is solar, which I unfortunately have. Well, I don't have to pocket craft. I need to drop off the iron, which I don't have here anymore, and the stone, which I technically still have. How and why is there still iron in this damn belt? I don't know. I'm going to ignore it for right now because I have bigger problems. So, for solar panels, I need steel, copper plate, and electronic circuits, which thankfully I have in abundance in a few places. Apparently not there. So, I do have a green belt. It's just, it's being siphoned off for any and everything else right now. Okay, where... I don't even have a steel belt anymore, do I? No, I do. It's just, again, siphoned off everywhere else. Which is why I'm having the power problems that I'm having. Now, to be fair, 9 solar panels is gonna do jack and shit. And to be fair, solar in general is rough to process with because it is a huge footprint for not really a lot of overall power output. Realistically, not much of a problem. Just... no, I have substations. How many substations do I have, right? Where are my power poles? Can I turn off? Yes. Okay, there's my belts, there's my inserters, factories, miners, radars. I don't care. Power. Okay, here's my power poles. My regular power poles. I thought I built a substation. I did. Way over here. Okay. I have no idea how effective that idea would be. So, the idea that popped in my head was I could just use any excess petroleum and or light fuel or light oil and or heavy oil to make solid fuel, which burns, I want to say, longer than coal does, so it's a bit of a better power. Yeah, a better source of overall power production that does not rely specifically upon coal miners. But the fact that my plan would require to siphon off of the excess would make this overall a unreliable resource. But then again, so is coal, which is why at this stage it would be smarter to go for solar power. But the problem with solar power is its overall footprint for power output is just outrageous, because this is the size of a single solar plant, and this one plant can produce 60 kilowatts of power. So to get a footprint that can provide 100 and something megawatts of power, it's probably not as big as I think, but might be bigger than I want to think. Masi, good morning. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I hope you all are doing well. Do apologize a little bit for being MIA the past few days, but what am I doing? I don't know. But things be what they be. There we go. Why am I doing this? Let's do this the smart way, Adrian. Let's try that again. Alright, and that will allow me to put solar. Oh, yeah? I hope... Okay, this is going to sound weird because it sounds weird in my head, but it's like, I hope for good reasons at the end of the day. Foundation, hello. Difficulty 6 eradication. In Helldivers? Nice. Okay. Yeah. And so that's... I don't have OCD, but I know other people have OCD, so I need to do this right. Okay. Let's just go back to here where it all started. Okay, so I have 6 solar panels down, providing not 10 kilowatts of power. Okay. And this is where it's like, okay, I need a factory building solar panels constantly. Problem is, if I want it done with priority, I have to squeeze it in somewhere here. That takes steel, copper, and green circuits, which I don't really have. I mean, I could, because I have green circuits coming up here. I have copper coming up here. I could just sanction off a steel line and put a quick bash factory here. But again, the problem I'm going to have is no power, or at least no effective power for long enough. Okay. So I need to grab a factory, a red chest, or any of the automation chests, because it doesn't matter which type. And build as many solar panels as I can with... I already have 6, okay. How? With all the resources I currently have available for production, where's my steel line? It's here and it's empty. Crap. Alright, let's just grab as much green circuitry as I can, because that's apparently going to be a problem. A real problem. Yep, I'm going to have to pocket craft this stuff. That's... Where's all my steel? Because that's all iron. Those are motors, engines, circuits. Ah, here's my steel. Or at least one of my steels. Okay. And there we go. Let's collect some more of this. Alright, I need more green circuits. That I can do. Okay, so... never mind. Let's go up here. So their peak output was 540 kilowatts with 9. Well, okay. Let's pull up the in-game wiki because you've got time. So, expectation max output of 60 kilowatts. And I have to be able to compensate for like 30 megawatts. And if my math is accurate, a megawatt is 1,000 kilowatts. So I would need So many hundreds of these things. Because 100 will give me 600 kilowatts. Okay, so 200 will give me 1 point something megawatts. Oh god, and to compensate for 30 megawatts, I would need... What is that, like 1,200 of these things? That doesn't sound right. It probably is, but that doesn't sound right. Okay, do I have the tech? No. Okay. So even with these 20, that's not going to be nearly enough. I don't think I have enough green circuits in my entire factory to satisfy the demand that I need. So I'll have to switch, well, okay, not have to. I will need to increase my what was I thinking? Steam production. There we go. That's the word I was trying to come up with. Which I have steam engines being built separately. I have boilers being built separately nearby here somewhere. Up over here. And I'll also need a train to transport the coal back and forth and... Oh boy, alright. I fucked up. I really fucked up. Oh man, I really fucked up. Okay. I already have a stop, so I just need an engine. Two cars. I need to grab an ungodly amount of coal. Okay, just 3 stacks of coal instead of ungodly. I really need to work on my vocabulary. Do I have coal stashed here? It does not look like it. Disappointing, but not overly surprising. I do have wood, though. Wood will buy me some time. Okay, are these plants still being fed? Yes, they are, and that's still operational. Okay. Can I... just do that? Okay, only reason I want to do that is so that the coal gets shunted north versus south, so I can wrap it around the island and feed it into a larger coal plant. Speaking of a larger coal plant, I have everything I need here to... Where are the cars? There's the cars. Alright. You are gonna be coal on novice. Add interrupts. Hold. Yes. Add interrupt. Refuel. Yes. Stations. Coal provider. Coal requester. Full cargo. Empty cargo. Oh. not fill you with wood because that will cause problems. Just give me like a stack or whatever off this belt. Okay, so your first stop is going to be probably the refueling station. Oh, poop. Oh, poop. Okay. Hopefully I still have enough stuff in charge in my bots. Do I? Yes, okay. And I will need more of these, but that's okay. I can work on that later. This is going to have to get moved because this is no longer a blank space. That can just get destroyed. I'll just delete these because right now this is my priority. All right. Give me that. Okay, so I have to fit that in here. Nope. Okay, this is gonna get real uncomfortable real fast. Because if give me a clean one. This is clean enough. Yeah. Alright, so if I just drop these here. I have no idea how much more. Okay. So each one of these can give me 900 kilowatts. That is 88 steam turbines. There we go. No, these called actually steam engines, not turbines. I mean, do I have to build it this specific way? Because I know one thing I could do is I could have all the boilers like up here so the coal line doesn't have to reach this far, and they all just pump into a single pipe that then feeds all of the steam engines. I'm already in a power deficit. Why not go for a whole reconfiguring of this entire mess? Just to see if I can do it. Okay, so I need to supply so much, just so much, and these are failing because the network isn't connected, because it's unpowered and technically not in existence. Alright, so I'm going to do this for a split second. That should have unbroken that. Or are you telling me that my storage space is completely full? It is unpowered. Why are you... Oh, you're just low charge. Okay. I can sever this connection now because everything should have enough juice for this prioritization to do its thing. Okay. So how many furnaces or steam engines can I squeeze in here? All right. 15. So to power a stack of 30. It's all good, Foundation. We're all probably a little rusty today. And just because my brain wants to try and maximize this as much as possible. Okay. So that will connect all the substate or all those steam engines theoretically with the network. And okay, so I need 15 boilers, which are all hidden down the corner. Oh, right there. Hey, 20 boilers. Awesome. Okay, so I don't know. This is the first time I've tried doing it this way. This is insane. At least it feels insane. So, theoretically, I could do but. Alright, fine, I'll do this on the map. Boiler there. Inserter, belt, inserter, boiler. But do I really have to do it that way? Because I'm thinking I could put a belt or like try and daisy chain these things together. And have these guys feed along the outside from a belt. So then all I would realistically need to do is have... not that. So how would this work if I do undergrounds? Okay, so I'd have to shift these by 1 for every stack. That's 12. 1, 2, 3. Can't fill that one. 4, 5, 6. I'm just gonna slap all 20 of them down. Okay, so this one has to go away. Nope, that's not going to work. Because I need an input and an output for all of the steam to connect, and since these are only 3 wide, it can't be this tight. So I have to reconfigure this again. I mean, red would work. Get the blue to speed fill this, and then... actually, yeah, that works. Put what needs to be put, and then put that there. Delete that. Welcome back, Barman. Glad to see y'all are doing well today, and I appreciate y'all coming by, even if it is just to lurk, but lurking is also a good thing. Alright, so with this, I mean, realistically, I could just slapdash all this together. Yeah, that's way too much resource. Because each of the undergrounds is 10 regular pipes. Alright. How many burners is this? 12. So I need 3 more. I don't even know if this is going to work. Alright. So yeah, we'll just... do that. This is going to be a problem. Actually, no, it's not. Because that'll fit, so I just need to squeeze this and where it won't affect. This, which frustratingly is right there. Okay, there we go. I don't have any, of course I don't have any pipes. Why wouldn't I have pipes? And I'll need the shore pumps as well, but I can finagle that later. I need pipes. There's a truckload of pipes here. Okay. Do I have... I hope I have... Why was I siphoning off coal? I have no idea. I don't remember why I did that. Maybe as like a backup or something, but it's definitely in the wrong place if that's my intent. Offshore pumps. But before I make an offshore pump, let's just go check my junk storage and see if it's there. Nope. No offshore pumps. Okay. What does it take to make one of those? Just iron. Speak of the devil. I have plenty of iron. Yeah, let's make 5. Thankfully, those things don't require power. And because I'm still doing this game, because I still want solar as a backup to keep everything alive. Still have enough belts, but I'm also trying to save my belts a little bit by doing this wedge jigger. I don't know how I'm going to get water in here. That's a lie. So I can just do this. What's it? As mechanics. To look at your brake disc before... yeah, but you're also assuming that they know where their brakes are and how it's supposed to look and all that. You know, rational thinking, Burman. Because, let's be honest, some people just don't have a rational bone in their body. How bad was it? Like, was it just a massive... like grooves and shit, or did they just not have a disc left? Okay, I mean, thin brakes is fine, but how is the drum? Is the drum still okay? Okay. Everything has water. This is good. That's okay. I can work this. Oh, there was no drum? What the fuck? Yeah, I... Okay, so for that to have happened, like, you're talking years of having the brake piston, assuming it's all a hydraulic system, because I don't know cars all that well, has been pressing against the drum. So the graphene from the pad, the steel from the pad, and all of that was completely worn away. Well, okay, I mean, that is one way to stop. Not... Yeah. Yeah. Although if you tell me he was like a rally driver or something like that, I'm just going to throw my hands up and say, fuck it, this is a dead man. He just wants to die. Alright, so... How many... Is this 15? 19. Okay, so this is more boilers than we have steam engines for capacity, which is completely fine. Okay. And this is going to require... Okay, just let me copy this. Up to there. Give me one there. I know what I said before about undergrounds being so expensive, but for right now, I need capacity. Okay, so that's not going to be an engine. That is fine. Oh, and that lines up beautifully. Okay, so all this is the potential for steam. Just because I want to see how this will work. He said he didn't want new brakes. The ones I have are great. Well, okay, better question. If his drums were gone, how were his wheel... Wait, no, never mind. Because the drum is attached to the axle, wheels are attached to the axle, so the drum can go away because that's the braking resistance. Okay, so ignore my question. It makes sense as to why he could still drive. Oh, man, that is insane. I do not know how to properly process that, because that... Yeah, that is just that cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay, so that'll fit. And I just have to do that. And slap that there. And there should be enough space. Yeah, there we go. No. Why is this off? Yeah, oh boy, I don't have a good answer for that. Or, like, okay, I am not a mechanic, but my dad did have me, like, take care of the family cars when that was still a possibility. And this one just hurts. I have no idea how. you know, like my brain just does not compute how this is possible. Because that's a level of broken that it just doesn't exist, you know? Or shouldn't exist at the very least. Okay. Unfortunately, my brain is telling me this entire plan is dumb. I mean, it'll work. It won't be a perfect solution. But this should give me, theoretically, more than enough power to compensate, to get things running. Because that's 69 steam engines, that's 900 kilowatts a pop. So that is a lot more power to go. I have water coming in, so now I just need to get coal shipped over, and hopefully there will be enough. Okay, so all this steam is kicking on. It is all burning. I'm not exhausting a belt, which is fantastic. And all of these should be ready to kick on. Yes, okay. So I just need, oh, excuse me, to connect these to the grid, and we should be good to go. I say with fear and trepidation. And of course you can't connect there because why would I make this easy on myself? As a mechanic, you can smell bullshit in some dealerships. They tried to sell me some Chevy Silverado. Okay, so they sometimes have axle problems. I asked how is the car on a scale of 1 to 10 in diagnostics. Straight-faced, he tells me to 10. Yeah, unless it's fresh off the factory, my brain calls bullshit. What the fuck? Yeah, wholeheartedly agree. Okay. Good news, everything that I've just thrown together has a maximum capacity of 133 megawatts. Jesus. And now I have to reconnect my factory to the grid. And we need 140 surge. I mean, thankfully it'll fill up, but damn, that is a hungry, hungry factory. Yeah, I'm with you, Burman. That is some slimy, slimy business work. Oh, hell no. Absolutely not. I fully agree to all of your decisions. That is a level of pain that is just unnecessary. Oh, yeah? So Foundation, you're talking specifically your, SCP file, yeah? Yeah, because changing out of axles, that's... I mean, you gotta drop the motor, drop the suspension, uncouple everything, drain the transmission, drain the oil. That's like a week in my head of solid work. Oh, the who's who in the zoo. Okay, yeah. I did see that. Okay. So before I do anything else, I need to set up solar. Yeah. Did you burn me the privilege? Foundy. Fair enough. Although, to be fair, I'm probably going to keep calling you Foundation just because that's the pattern that's locked into my head. Yeah. Because, I mean, I agree. If the actual is dying, I'm presuming that's based off of rust and general wear and tear, so your entire undercarriage is shot. Have a good one, Foundation. Enjoy the sun. Yeah, so the undercarriage is shot, probably full of holes, if not completely collapsing in a moment's notice. Then you have the leaf springs are probably going to be under question. Your general struts and shock absorbers are going to be under question. Yeah. 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 Just everything is like, oh, this is such a catastrophe. Okay. Power has returned to my factory. Everything is picking up. I'll put all this into trash storage. That too. Oh, and I am within... Okay, good. Alright, so to be fair, power is not unfucked. It's just not completely broken. Because I still need to get, realistically, everything else up and running. Alright. Okay, yes, it is just barely bright enough. Need to put lights in here. The hardest thing is just ignoring people that ask for help, but then are... Yeah. Yeah, those people really suck. Thankfully, I haven't had to deal with too many of them, but they are definitely an unnecessary strain to the system. All right, 10, you acquire copper, steel, and circuitry. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. And that's going to be 1 in, 1 in, 1 out. That's going to be my green circuit line. What's up? Sadly, some people think that either girls don't know anything about cars or girls that try to seduce their way to discounts. Yeah, I could see that. There are a lot of preconceived notions that cause issues. And it's just unnecessary for how some of the things go. And it's regretful, too, because you got some really smart people that know their shit. Okay, so just pull that off there. Just to do that. Put that there. I know this is a dumb idea. But at this point, I just want to get this fed. Yeah, so this comes up, this comes down. All of that needs to get fed into a passive provider chest. Sometimes you think you fixed a car and then there's a whole different problem where the car just won't start or work. I am terrified of those moments. Because it's kind of like with the projects I used to work on where I would get to a point of like, okay, I'm done. There's nothing left to do. And kind of like with coding, you would hit the run or the test to say, I am ready for this to challenge itself, and then it just stops working. And at that point, you're just like, oh, crap. Now I have to go back through all of this to try and figure out what went wrong, why it went wrong, and how to unfuck it. Because, hoo boy, can it get real difficult when that is your issue. Yeah, because small problems just, they take the longest to rectify. That's right, I need to build this power spine. And I don't think that worked the way I wanted it to. I'll find out. Yeah, that is definitely a solid option. Get them experience, get them familiar with the frustrations that can come with the job. I could see that being a viable, I guess, port of call. Sounds weird to say it like that, but it's kind of what it feels like. Alright, what is all of me? I'm what all this noise is. Okay, that's practically empty. I'll let that spin up on its own. Okay, so I still need those to get built, which is just raw production needs to go through the system, and everything just needs to catch up. Which, how amazingly starved my network is for green circuits, I should not be surprised. Correction, starved for copper. So I really need to boost my copper output, and I need to take this steel production out of the out of here, which will require another drop off, but hey, I'm gonna fight that fight later. Oh crap. Please let me run fast enough. Why is this happening? Because we're not below 2,000. Correct. One of these days I'm going to stop breaking my factory for dumb reasons. And I'm so glad that they reconfigured how the fluid dynamics work in this game, because previously each pipe had a maximum capacity, But now the way it's set up is a pipe can handle any capacity so long as you can get the throughput to operate effectively. So I can have, 20 boilers on a single, feed into a single pipe, and the pipe can handle it because it's not broken. Alright. Slap that there, because apparently I want to see things. That seems very obstructive, anyway. I don't. So I own a Prius, but I do none of the maintenance on it because my hands are too big to fit in the tiny crevices that have been made by the car manufacturer. And yeah, I'll leave that answer there. That's kind of the crux of it. Am I even speaking English anymore? I feel like I'm not speaking English. Alright, so... Can I change this up a little bit? I probably can. How... It would not surprise me. Alright, so if I change this primary output right, I have to work a little fast here. Because what I could do is extend that just a little bit. And have a receiver with input priority from the right. Yeah. Okay. Granted, at the end of the day, that's not going to... Well, actually, no, it's fine. Because now the mine can still process, churn, and burn. Did I have 4 on the... Oh, I do have 4. Excellent. Okay. So I have maximum coal throughput on that. And that's just to feed power. Oh, that's okay. Because... There we go. Because theoretically, if I'm doing this right, once this mine runs out of its coal production in support of the factory... Well, actually, no, I'm pulling... Yeah. That's just going to get cut off, and I will let both of my power bricks run off of the imports, which is going to be so dangerous. Alright. Around about half capacity. That's not great, but that'll be fine. I really need to get my solar panels fixed. And I do have some steel coming through the pipe, which is great. I need to up my copper production. I need to fix everything. Okay, but iron's full and happy. That's progress. And... yeah. Alright, next target. I need to fix my copper. And I need to unbreak... Well, no. Because when it gets to the point that I have requester chests, all of the issues of All the issues of what? All the issues of junk becomes irrelevant because I can just say, hey, request this from the network feeds it, and we'll all be hunky-dory. Do I have... Yes, I need to make that a priority. Because I need to build nuclear reactors, and I need to build fuel rods, and then Corvax enrichment, and all the other stuff, but that's going to be... This is where my brain breaks. Oh god, this is where I break. Because I'm researching to solve one problem, but in that solution comes 3 or 4 more layers of tomfuckery, because I'll get spent fuel rods that I'll need to store and then reprocess to get more uranium or better uranium. Not better, just, yeah, more uranium. More uranium for the beast, and then I'll also get a technology of Corvex enrichment, which allows me to get more uranium specifically designed for power production and nukes. Okay. Have I even tapped a copper vein aside from this one? Because that's coal, that's iron, that's oil. I have another coal here that's going to die soon. Yeah, that's my 1 copper. And I know I have this one really close by, so I should reach out for that one. And this is why blueprints are my friend. Or not. Alright. Give me this one. Slap you there. Alright. How many? I'm pretty sure I have enough. I have substations, I have power, I don't have the logistics drones, but that is not currently my concern. It should be, but it isn't. Alright. Coal is running, iron is running, I need to fix my copper. Okay, I can move this line, since it is no longer going to be used. Yeah, that's fine. Because that depot station is not going to work. Not enough space to get everything aligned and assorted properly. Okay. There. Easier, cleaner. Less frustrations. Alright. So I need to build this probably up here. Yeah. Where was that? Was that my array? Yes. This one, I think. Yeah, right there looks right. Alright, input copper ore, export copper plate. All the bots will go out and take on the what atrum? Take on the trees. That's what I was trying to say. Before my brain just short-circuited and decided to stop working. I cannot reach. Yada, yada, yada. Alright, I get to clean up this mess. I mean, I could put the copper here without having to reconfigure all of that mess. Probably should have thought of that before I did the first blueprint, but oh well, at this point, that stays there. That goes away. Because it's already being worked on. There's nothing I can do about it. Not really. Alright, so over here, I'll need you to go there. And I will need my 4-way to go there. And just because I want the visibility, I'm going to go up here and slap in the horizontal line. Even though it's not strictly necessary, I'm still going to do it. Okay, so that can do its thing. I don't have any mines on me, do I? I do not have any miners on me. Okay, I'm going to let that do its thing. God damn it. I feel like my brain is failing. Or I'm failing, one of the two. See, the problem that I know I'm going to have right now is that I'm expanding so much footprint-wise. And I'm still surprised this group hasn't come to attack me yet. Because they're eating that pollution. They're getting bigger and stronger. Can I build a tank? Oh, what do we got? Well, Rabbit, I hope you attack soon, because it's going to be some bad news here eventually. Where's the vehicles? Okay, there we go. So I can build the car, but not the tank. Yeah, it's okay. Alright. Lurks are okay. I'm down with lurks. Because I'm a very habitual lurker myself. Habitual? I don't know. I'm just saying weird, wacky, waving, floatable arm two-man things and praying I don't sound crazy. Okay, how's the power doing? Not great. Oh, not great at all. That's terrifying. Okay. just because I want to see all of this mess much clearer than it is, and that feels so loud. I know it's not, but holy crap does that feel loud. Okay. Yeah, and it's copper. Right now my problem is copper. Okay. So I need to go back home, grab some miners and more belt, set up my offload station, because the furnaces will just get themselves put together. I need to set up a train and coal. Okay. I really need to stop clearing my inventory. I know it's a habit of my own that I've set up for no good particular reason. Okay, I'm on paved ground. I can go find all the stuff that I need to find. Engines. Good. Those are fuel cargo. I need solid cargo. Excellent. I need 2 more. 49 miners. Excellent. I will take those. Sure. Okay, I don't need engines. I don't need boilers. I will... Jeez, that was a lot. Okay. And you don't need to be there, because I have a drop-off for you. As soon as I remember where I put it. Right there. Okay. I need a few more miners. Mining bays, mining drone. I need to think of a better term than miners, even though that's what they are. Uh, 150. Yeah, that should be enough. Belts. I need a lot more belts. Inserters, not green inserters, yes. I will take 2 stacks. And I will... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I ever need that many green inserters at once, I will not know what to do with myself. Okay, belts, underground, splitters, red inserters, blue inserters, green inserters, power, substations. I wonder if substations would be better for a mining setup. I'll have to tinker. I need 2 more... Yeah, 2 more cargo cars. Then I'll be able to go set up the copper production, assuming I don't get sidetracked halfway through. Alright. And then I'll need to set up a drop-off point. These are all problems that can be solved with time. Because right now, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, do I need time. How big is this coal vein over here? 2.8 million. Okay, I've got some time. Not necessarily an ungodly amount of time, but some time. All of this I do not directly care about, and it's mostly ready to go anyway. Need to unbreak that in my blueprint. All right, so I don't have enough grenades. Answers that question. We remove all of that. Trees are just the bane of my existence when it comes to this. All right, so a substation. If I split it properly, how many can this feed? Okay, I mean, that's not horrible. And not there. Okay. And just because I want to save some belt, that should be fine, because I want to say it'll spit the ore out onto the left side of the belt, which will allow it to get pulled away. And these don't mesh with the power, correct? I can't tell. But if I do this, that should work, right? Fucking hope so. And then I can just power there, power there. Yeah, that should work. So there, and then there. And of course there was a block of stone that just decided to fart all of this on the ground. But that's okay. Collect all this, get it all cleaned up, thank you. Come on. See, yeah, I'm just going to let that go for now, because... So yeah, I could have, let's see, inbound come up here, turn down, pick everything up and enter the network, or it could just, yeah, probably do the elbow shape. Let's get everything torn down just because. No, that's too close. Okay. Excellent. All right. Looks like it's about 6 paces again. Oh, no, one too far. And bam. So I can set up a station here for the trains to pick up, or even set the station here and have this be a holding area. No idea how well that would work, but these are the possibilities available to me. I mean, realistically, I'm not going to need that in the short term. I think it was to there. No, to there? That doesn't seem right. To there. Okay. Uh-huh. Good news. Those are all lined up properly. That's outstanding. Okay, won't need all of that. I mean, that's going to be more than enough copper for a long while. How far down do I need you? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's okay. Because all these will just have to stretch out to here. Okay, that'll link up all the power. Am I out of mining? Nope. I still have miners. Oh, they were picked up by the factory. Of course they were. Alright. Okay, so all the miners now have power. They're going to start extracting ore, which is excellent. Let's slap the rest of these down. Mining productivity 2. Nope, that's... Yep. Everything's good there. And everything's good there. Well, good is a loose term, but it'll be fine enough. Do I have... I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite as good as I'd like it to be, but it will work. Alright. So, to offload... I'm just going to make the math consistent so I'm not stuck waiting. No. I need steel chests, which I don't have because... Slow down, Atrum. There we go. Yes, a stack of chests. And I'm in logistics range, so the drones can come feed me what I need. And the intersections are working exactly as I wanted them to, which is fantastic. I don't have any backups happening. backups, roadblocks, rush hour, bumper to bumper, whatever the proper term should be. Okay, yes, here, the drone is on its way. You are... But instead of being a receiver, you are now a provider. Without the E, preferably. Do not enable train limit. Decider. Why it's taking so many drones to deposit 50, I do not know. Sorry for the silence, folks. My brain is focusing. Okay. So, green circuit. Connect all of these together. Into the combiner. Into that. I do not care about the color. Alright. Call when copper is above 7,500. Output signal L at 1. And set train limit, do not send a train. That should take care of all of that. And for power, it is expensive, but I can also just do that. Back into logistics range. Alright, I need a 4-to-4 belt balancer. Just slap it there to make it easy on myself. Okay, let's go get everything built. And copy that, drag that down here. Splitter, splitter, splitter. And they don't need to be that high, I remembered. Alright, and dump everything in. Pull everything out. Drag that out. Pull that over. Okay. So the copper can start filling up all of these. I just remembered. Okay. Everything's set for retention. And now I can start slapping down trains. Oh, come on. Don't... Okay, what about you? Okay. Doesn't matter. Good. Okay, you are going to be on the copper ore specifically sanctioned for Navos. Add a station refuel. Add an interrupt of hold. Add a station copper provider. Nope, that's iron. And copper requester. Full cargo. No, not fluid. Empty cargo. Fuel. Sure. Got 31 for the next train anyway. Okay, so that will start doing its thing. Then I need to come over here and set up the copper plate line, train, tomato in my brain right now. Okay, and cool. Now you are going to be copper plate on Navos. Refuel interrupt, hold interrupt, stations of copper provider. I need to set up a copper requester, but that's fine. Fuel of that. I'll just put you to automatic so you can go get refueled. And then you'll go into a hold station, which is fine. And I can put you to automatic. Oh, you're full. Oh, you're going to hold. Okay. And your cargo is full? Ah, no. God damn it. Okay, sorry. The complaint was I just noticed a problem with my hold setup is I have to specifically sanction Welcome back, Foundation. How is the walk? How are the dogs? The weight condition is specific to iron plate stations and not... I'm glad to hear it. It's always good when the doggos are happy and healthy. So I have to set up specific fucking... God damn it. Just do it, Atrum. Just do it. You know what's the deal. Just do it. It sucks. It's boring. It's slow. Oh, yeah? What happened? Destination full or no path. Target is just general hold. Weight condition. Station is not full. Station is not full. Requester or provider based upon fuel conditions. Awesome. No injuries is great. Alright, cool. That's awesome, my man. I'm happy for you. How far are you up the tech tree, out of curiosity? Like, what kind of weapons and armors do you have? Okay, that should... Yes. That's fine. I need to rename this... to specifically iron ore. No, your plate, not ore. Iron plate. Save interrupt. Yeah. Oh dear. So. Okay, so that's guaranteed laser. If you're approaching mid games, that means you have skeleton armor, titan armor. Like, do you have all these things built, or is your research just that, shall we say, god tier? Oh, nice. Destination full or no path. Nope. I fucked this up. Did I? No, yes, I did. There we go. That's better. Station is not full. And this is specific to coal. I need to focus. Okay, yes. Alright. So, if coal is full, or if not, it'll empty. They all go to the holding station, which I may have to reconfigure later, but as of right now, it's fine and working. Power is fine and working. This iron ore probably doesn't need to come down here anymore. Well, okay, it does. It'll just be extremely intermittent, which is fine. Making sure I got all this set up right. Okay. Iron ore, or iron plate, I'm sorry, is working fine. So if I want to, you can put the lore you came up with already in the chat. Sure. Are you asking for like just to share, or do you have another purpose in mind? Okay. Iron ore. Hold. Confirm. Destination full or no path. Target. Hold stations. Station is not full. And station is not full. Or provider. Iron ore requester. Save interrupt. Okay, that's good to go. I need to set you up. That can go away. Add interrupt. Oh, that's the one I want. I'll just put uranium bullets because I know I'm going to get there eventually. I don't want to reconfigure all of this mess. To hold, save, destination full or no path, add interrupt, hold. Still working on you. No, station is not full. Station is not full. I need to... Oh, I do have these. Cool. Save interrupt. All right. I'm going to let the game run in the background here. I need to work on my iron vein. Crap. Foundation MTF. Classification meme. Class. Keter. Origin. The main system of the MTF part of the Foundation got sentient after an anomalous attack on the system. After repelling the attack, the Foundation isolated the part of the system with Foundation MTF inside. Stopped from spreading to the rest. But due to its anomalous properties, it was chained to MTF part of the Foundation and always appears when the system is changed, but cannot spread outside the MTF part. Alright. Interesting. I like it. I need, deciders. Request if ammunition is below, we'll say 1,000. Export signal L of 1. Set train limits. Do not send to train. I need to do the same thing down here. Decider. If ammunition is above, I think it's 4,000, so we'll say 3,500. Output a signal of L1, which will set the train limit. And voila, we are train level 1. We're requesting level 1. And when I get further on in the tech tree, this will all get converted to uranium rounds, but that apparently is going to be a ways away. How is our power doing? All right, we're sitting at about 50% capacity. Solar is peaking out at 5.8 megawatts with, I'm assuming this, yep, this was finished. Not that, all right. Okay, guess that's going to have some collision issues, but I'm not going to argue with it right now. It's just not really worth the pain and suffering. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And this is set up less than 2,000. Just learned one of your favorite German. Oh, what's the movie? Hey, yes, yes, the automation. Okay, good. Oh, this makes me feel so good. Oh, right now we have 4 copper lines worth of production, and I need to set up a drop-off point, which requires this to get unfucked. Oh, but that's okay. And yeah. I'm not going to argue with any of that. That still needs to be there. That can go away. That's all working fine and dandy. And oh boy, my science is hurting. Because my copper's hurting, which I am still trying to unfuck. Got it. The shoe of... Alright, I'm going to Google that because I am curious now. What is this? What the fuck? Okay. Western parody. Okay. The poster makes so much more sense now that I'm confirmed it's a parody. Oh, right. That actually looks kind of funny. I might want to watch that. Alright. Copper drop-off. How and where do I want to slap you? Oh, I don't have to worry. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, well. Right, how much is left? 14K. What I'm doing right now is an old school buffer system. It may not work long term, but my hope is that so I'm going to sever the, actually I'm just going to sever the stone right there. German actors are doing the voice acting. Oh, nice. That is an awesome bit of dub work, because then you get all the inflections and everything accurate. That is awesome. Alright. So assuming I am doing this right, I mean, this will have a capacity of like 4, 8, 16,000, 32,000 stones. That's way more than this vein has left in its existence. So as soon as the power hits, it'll start pulling off of the mine line, feeding into the chest, and then feeding into that. Okay. Green circuitry is starting to back up. Steel has gotten down to here at least. Still need to boost my steel production, but that can be a bit of catastrophe for later. And this is what we're hunting for right now. Uranium-235, the potential resource for fuel production and power. But I don't really want to touch this until I get to Korvax enrichment, which is going to be a while. Alright. Mine is still doing its thing. That is awesome. We have nuclear power plants. So if I absolutely wanted to, I could switch from coal to nuke. And just completely skip solar. Which is really tempting right now, I'm not going to lie. Let's keep rocking the blue science until I run out. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's kind of what the Discord is for, but not strictly, but I'll allow it. Okay, yes, I did put down the... Okay. I think I have succeeded in unfucking power. I have copper doing its thing. Okay, that works, Foundation. That's all good. And yes, this is doing exactly what I wanted it to. Police, we stopped you from driving the car on the road. Wait, did you get pulled over, Burman? What's going on? Or is this just a skit about Twitch and its aggressive censoring policies? Okay, that should be capturing 99% of the problems, as should all of that. This... Okay, there's what... Yes, this is a dumb idea because it's going to eat my power alive. But I also want the stone to get processed. If you need maintenance, hit me up, please. We will. Fast forward, police comes in with a broken... I mean, who did they piss off that slash tires is the comfortable recourse? Because that is, whew. I probably shouldn't have done that because that's going to stress my power system. I got you, Burman. I got you. You declared war on the bugs. However, this is not a war. This is pest control. Is that a minor revision to a Doctor Who episode? Because that sounds like Doctor Who. Granted, to be fair, it's probably a common way of intimidation. Kind of like the whole, you should be afraid. Never. You are alone. Always. Ah, gotcha. Oh, yeah, Berman, how... How did that go? And was it in reference to the police or just someone else being an idiot? Okay. For like the 5th time, I need to get a copper drop-off set up. I could just steal it from here. Because I only need 2 cars worth of offload. Which is... That's 1, that's 2, so I cut off there. And instead of that... No, I keep doing that because I have other games in my head. Fucked his turn radius on a car. It's always nice when personal fortune telling comes to fruition. So rewarding. Alright, so I'm going to copy this, which I don't think I need to. Not really, anyway. Oh, it was a company car too? Oh my god, what the fuck? What? That's not a good time. Granted, it's not your problem, but still. Alright, so this can come down to here. Oh, okay. That makes a bit more sense. Although I think my misinterpretation is still pretty funny. Yeah. Always gotta look on the bright side. Yeah, but hopefully if it's a completely wrecked vehicle, they'll sell it to you on the cheap. And, you know, you won't have to lose your mind trying to get everything to work right. Alright. So that is set up. And because copper plate, well, in general, because plates stack so much higher, when this is less than 2,000, send an output signal of Lima 1. Do not enable set train limit. And you are now copper ore, but different. Because you are now a requester. Preferably without the E. Thank you. Well, that's good. Salvageable is always good. So I'll be honest, Birdman, when you said it was not free, I thought that the company or the person who wrecked the car required you to buy the car before they allowed you to salvage it. But salvaging is also a full cargo, empty cargo, refuel, hold pattern, everything is good, yeah. Fair enough. Oh, that is so beautiful. I should not have that response. But that is so beautiful, just seeing two full belts of copper coming off a train. Oh, so nice. The pole he drove into. Oh, okay. And I would imagine that's not very cheap because you got removal, you got to redo the wiring, redo the foundations, and buy new poles. So yeah, I could see like 4 or 5K coming out of that accident. Ooh. Before that gets too far, I need to add this into the system. No, 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 not that. Go there. 60. What the fuck? For a light pole? How in the hell? That's what the Holy crap, that is expensive. Alright. I'm gonna apologize, y'all. I gotta reconfigure all of this, because now that I have the potential for multiple copper lines coming down, I need to adjust for that. So throughput doesn't get completely and utterly strangled. So I might get lost here for a little bit, making all this work better. Because now that that's practically a full belt of copper coming out, my green circuitry can actually get fully saturated. Okay, as fully saturated as possible. The pole is the not cheap part. I mean, okay, it makes sense, but damn, what kind of pole is that? Oh, no. My green circuits are one belt-ish fully satisfied. Awesome. Steel is still struggling to all get out, but that's to be expected. And blue science is not the happiest, but I think that'll start getting fixed, because what is it missing? Ah, advanced circuits, yeah. Now that green circuits are a bit more flush with cash, shall we say, that production is going to be a lot better. All right. And that's just going to consume an ungodly amount of resources for a very long time, but that is okay. All right, I have a question, Burman. Is there anything special about the pole, or is it just, you know, this is a steel pole? If that makes any sort of sense. Okay, yeah, that's fine being siphoned off of there. Where else does... Well, poop. I might need to reconfigure this entire intersection because this copper line doesn't reach over to here. I mean, does it need to? Not really. Because I could just do that, have, what am I doing? Just put another balancer here. Turn that off. Delete those. And yeah, I'll be going from a 3 to a 4, so it's not going to be perfect throughput. But actually, yeah, when I get blue belts, I can fix this. But the main goal is this right here. Upgrade that. So now I have, theoretically, 4 copper lines all the way down through the factory, 4 iron plate lines, and I can now focus on getting my steel upgraded. How many of these do I... Actually, never mind. I don't need to worry about that at all. How can I reconfigure this? Because these are too tall. So I can't reconfigure these. Not really. Okay. I know I have a... Is it really worth it? No, it's not really worth it. But it's 2s. So I'm going to upgrade these as best I can just so they can process faster. Because I want these mines gone. And these mines gone. Yeah. What does it take to make these? Steel and stone brick. Okay, let's go home and handcraft those. Because I don't want to set up a factory specifically for them for like 30 component or pieces. It's not worth the effort. Granted, I should just leave them in the stone, but I'm feeling apparently petty. Alright. Technology is resurging faster, which is excellent. How is the factory? Still at about 50%. Probably closer to 60%, but I can work on compensating for that. Why do I keep letting myself get distracted? Because that's the name of this game. Distract yourself to all limitations. Why am I doing this the hard way when I can just go all the way to the start and hoover from there? That's excellent. I think that's actually how... That is exactly how many I needed. 10 iron plate, 1 uranium 235, 19 uranium 238. Let's make 10 fuel cells. That's actually really nice. Yeah. let that construction, or the crafting and then construction do its thing. So the reason why I upgraded to the steel furnaces is they just work faster in general. Because this is producing 0.62 a second, and the regular furnaces are 0.3, so it's twice as fast with the steel furnaces. Realistically, is that necessary? No. But I also don't want to have to just sit here waiting. Better way to put it, if I can get the production going faster, I will. Just because that's kind of the name of the game. Alright, put those into the network, into the network, into the network. All the stone, steel. Drop those. Okay, that's got a few more to go. Okay, belts, underground, splitters. I want 1,000 undergrounds. Yeah, 200's fine. Splitters. 200 is fine. Substations. Probably around 100 to 150. Long-handed inserters. 100 to 200. Blue-handed inserters. Yeah, 3 to 450 is fine. Let's put that to 200 and 250. Pipes. I don't need that many. 200 would be fine, and yeah, we'll say 200 as well. Alright, I'll let the personal logistics personal logistics bots handle all of the onboarding for that. Okay. So as far as I can tell, nothing is outright starving for resources except for red circuitry. But all of the high value targets that I want feeding that are being fed. I can finally deconstruct all of that. Alright. So what should I be doing now? Realistically, space. Because I want space science for the logistics. Chests. Do I have enough here? Power-wise. Okay, I'm eating a lot of my power. I should probably go for nuclear. And I have a water source right up here that I could... Oh, boy. It's gonna be so many biters. Oh, God, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, but I will deal with that when it actually becomes a problem. Pipes, tanks, pump... What? I'm confused by my own notes. I don't know. Okay. Nuclear components. I need to build nuclear components. So I need... Oh, God, that is so expensive. But I only need like 10 of these at any one time. So that's fine. Copper and steel. Copper, steel, and pipes. Copper, gears, and pipes. Okay. That's a pretty easy production chain. Okay. Belt inserter. Yeah, that works. Not there. There. Okay, you will be making... because of the sheer quantity of stuff I will need to import. Okay, copper, steel, red, and concrete. Do I have concrete? I do have concrete. And copper and steel are the... And hey, I can get my first pull off of the top line. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Oh, no, it's not. Cool. Okay. What is it? Concrete and red circuits. Okay. And this is my line for steel. We'll go there. Break that off. Pump that up. Okay. I'm gonna have a problem. Alright, so if I do this, heat pipes, and this, heat exchangers, and then steel turbines, it'll mostly be fine. Mostly. Requester, no, provider chest, not requester. Okay. And power everything up. I mean, we're not really talking... I don't even need steel that far. You'll need pipe. You don't need either. You'll need gears and pipes. So I'll need another factory. Or assembler, sorry. Here. One for pipes. And I don't need one for gears, so I'll just have... yeah, I'll just have two for... Alright, now... yeah, do that. Shunt all of those. Delete those. Splitter. Run it up. That's excessive. Okay. And yeah, just run that up to there, and like that, and then red inserter, to feed the heat exchangers, and I need to... How high do these stack? Stack of 10, okay. So you can go to that. You can go to maybe that. I will need an ungodly number of you, but I think one line will be fine. And maybe two, because I don't know how high these stack. 10. Okay, never mind. One block. If I ever need more than 10 nuclear reactors at one time... Oh boy. Okay. I still have the same problem I had before, which is my steel production is abysmal. Why are you stopped? Why are you stopped? Chain signals just to allow throughput to happen. Yeah, okay. That's going to be a problem for later. But it should be fixed within a few moments now. Yeah, okay. So that won't have to happen again. Really not going to like it if I can't get those to be more consistent, but at the same time, the way this is intended to be designed, these buffers can just take it and roll. It's getting there. Alright, steel. I need to get steel. That can go away. I'm just going to slap it in here. That's why I have them. Okay, and that should not break anything. Input, we are requesting iron. Output, we are spitting steel. Did not break anything. Excellent. And I'll need another drop off for steel. Which I will switch over when I get everything built. However, I am going to move everything south of there. And realistically all of that. To copy this, flip it horizontal, slap it right there, so the steel line can get ready to come down here and join, but I'll only need one. Now, realistically, I probably need two, but I don't have the space for it. And I'll figure out the spaghetti after the fact. I mean, realistically, I could just... because it drops there. Oh, nope. Not perfectly, but pretty close. Yeah, just do it like that. And voila, we will have steel shipping available. All right, you steel specific to Navos. Do not set train limit. You counting how many steel we have. If we have less than 2,000, send an output of Lima 1, which will set the train limit. These are set to have only that. Okay, so that's good to go. And conditions, steel greater than or equal to, should be 7,500. And I need to reconfigure this because this is not set up properly. So everything there goes away. Okay. Iron plate is less than 2,000. Send the L signal, and you are, yep, requesting iron plate. Okay, guys, gonna let that get built. And realistically, I should put up another iron smelting array. But this is going to get out of control very fast, so let's wait until the steel is running. Currently playing content warning? What kind of game is that? Or is that Twitch throwing a flag at you? Yeah, I probably should set, well, no, because to set them to go north, I'd have to go across the way, which knocks out the drone base. That's not really an option. You don't have power. You genuinely don't have power. Okay, I'll fix that. I mean, that fixes it entirely. I don't need these. Yep. Copper is working. Iron is a little starved. I'm not going to lie. That has me concerned. I mean, it catches up quickly, which is good. And I am consuming a lot of resources all of a sudden. Like, my gears are dying. Holy crap. Okay, but I'm getting there. All right. I'm still gonna let that stockpile, because when I get the steel line running, that's gonna get so much more beautiful. Okay, we are waiting for power, but we should also be, do not send a train. All right, we have power, we have everything, and it looks like we have a train coming. Yep. I think. Yep. I need to set up another train. Alright, yeah, I need to get this set up. And And this is why 50 wood should be fine. I want to keep the grenades, but I'm not going to fight about it. I can go back into the network. Let's not get ran over by a train, please. That is a valid threat. Okay. Okay. Alright. Schedule. Always add the interrupts because interrupts are life, apparently. Alright. Steel. Hold. I don't know if that'll ever be a thing. Destination full. Add. Go to the hold. Wait condition. Station is not full. Steel requester. Or sorry, steel provider. Did I make you steel novice? I made you steel novice. Okay. Steel requester. Without the E. Okay. That's better. Back to you. Weight condition, full cargo, weight condition. Empty cargo. Modify you. Steel provider. Or requester. Save interrupt. Alright, fuel. Alright. Gonna walk back home. Try not to get ran over. Because that is genuine possibility. I feel like that train went to get fueled up. Is that correct? Yes, it is. This is where I needed the Steel Novos iconography. Alright. And how much wood did that burn? Quite a bit. But let's move on. Because this will get burned within a few trips. Oh, that's so beautiful. Alright, and we have steel being dropped off. I can come over here and snag wood out of it so it's not a problem anymore. And voila. Now I have a solid belt of steel coming into the factory that is not reliant upon any other resource, quote unquote. So that can just go away. And that can go away. Clear all that. I'll let all that do its work. And we are almost ready. Actually, I'm just going to call it there right now. Not worth the headache. Wipe out all that, wipe out all that. And clear that. And that. Actually, that doesn't even matter. That can go away too. Oh. Copper can keep doing its song and dance. I ran out of steel that fast. That's going to be the problem, is just raw throughput and consumption of this factory is astronomical. Like, I don't even have a good way to put how hungry this factory feels. How's our power? We are starting to peak. Correction, we are peaking. I am approaching brownout levels of hunger. That's not good. And I'm still short on all of that. There's just so much that demands steel in this factory. It's not even funny. It's a little funny to my brain, but jeez, this is absurd. Because, like, I don't have... Even if I had a nuclear reactor, I don't have anything else to provide power to my system, so I can't use it effectively anyway. But I'm just going to let that process. It's doing good. I think I would be better off just throwing more trains into the system. Because I have capacity for 15, so I might as well. So that one's going to be for more iron ore collection. If that's even a thing. Upgrade all of those. Why am I only feeding one side of the belt? Okay, we can clear all of that. Why am I feeding only one part of the belt? Because that should be a full... Yeah, it should be a full connect. Why is it not? That's why. Alright. Ooh, tank. Tank. Alright. It's not perfect, but it works 98% of the time. Holy crap, this factory is really hungry for iron. And I know part of my problem is I'm trying to squeeze... Well, I haven't upped my production high enough for it to be effective. That's going to be there for a while. It's the other part that sucks is consumption rates are not necessarily even, but both of these feed into a balancer. So that should work itself out in the end. Not going to worry about it. Drop off the 300 steel that I have just to help feed that machine. I just really hope I do not have a traffic jam anywhere. And I do not. Steel is very hungry, which is a problem. Okay, so I definitely need that other train for iron ore to kick back in, or to kick into gear, because it was never out of gear. And go. Okay, that tells me I have a throughput issue on my iron ore patch, so I need to go plus that up. I really don't want to use my drones right now because they are just going to suck up so much power that I do not have available. Where are... There they are. I really should put a personal train in here somewhere just so I don't have to walk and run everywhere that I do. But that is a problem for later. Oh, that is unnecessary. Okay. It's like they run so slow, but it takes so long for my brain to go, oh, wait, that's a train. Oh, wait, that's a threat. And let's not get hit by it. Okay, so what am I doing up here? I am doing power. Well, no, I'm doing mines because I need more iron output from the mine. Coal, I think, is fully tapped up here, so that's not really much I can do about that. How quickly is that dying now that I think about it? Oh, a lot faster than I want it to. That's okay, though. That, and clear those. Okay, that's all being handled by everything else. And I have a belt balancer, which is great. I think I'm going to steal this. Correction, I'll just redo it over here. Yep, that'll do. Okay, that'll power the rest of everything. That can go away. There should not be any more issues. Okay, good. So I have just enough space, and that will take forever, but that will mine from there. And that's going to be a problem. Because of that. But that's okay, because I can... There are other methods to mine out the spaces. They're just awkward to deal with. Okay. And this is gonna freaking explode the size of the pollution cloud. But I'll be honest, at this point, it does not matter. Because the primary focus is going to be raw output at this point. Okay, and draw this down here. And I think I'm trapped. Alright, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more veins. So is that an 8 to 4? Is that... Do I even have one for that? I do. How big is it? Oh, excellent. Fits in a really good place. And I think... Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's... That's not right. And just because I don't want to deal with that. Okay. Let's try this again. 8 to 4. Sneak it in right there. I have goober. Are you saying it's walk time? Huh? You're early. What? Well, okay, you're not early, but... Oh, why are you so persistent or accurate with your time, huh? Huh? How did you learn to tell time so well? So not fair. All right. Drag that there. Drag this up here. You, since you're a half, there we go. Empty cargo, 10 seconds of activity. Why are you not... Train limit is 0. It should have gone through the inactivity action. Are you out of fuel? No. I don't know. All right. That's how it should be. No ore on me. The entire vein has been tapped for consumption. Go through here if I can find a place to snap or clean up, I will. Cool. Everything is working how it should. Okay. There'll probably be some reconfiguring to do later, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Why are you... you know what? Whatever. How's our... Fuck. Why are we maxed at 104? Oh, I'm gonna have problems. I'm really gonna have some problems. Because this pollution cloud. Oh, it just got so big. And I'm still starved for steel? Are you kidding me? I shouldn't be. Where's my steel train? Where are you? Oh, god damn it. No. Okay. Full cargo. Empty cargo. If the stations are not full. And you should be sending the signal. You've got to be kidding me. And what the fuck?
Goober. You're just not gonna let me go, are you? You're gonna stay here, aren't you? I'm not really complaining because I enjoy the company, but hey. I'll retrieve both your ears, shouldn't I? Yeah? Is that where you going today, huh? Go lay down, please. Go on, go lay down.
Okay, that's working better. This is starting to get filled. Part of me is like, put a balancer, but I don't have space to put a balancer. The way I designed this initially was not to have that kind of fuck up. So everything could just run at full throughput. Okay. I could have sworn I had more steam engines than that. Like, I should have a lot more power than this. I'm not running short. There's no underperformance as far as I can tell. But my output is peaked. Why? Okay, these are at full tilt. Why are these at half tilt? They should all be on the same network. Right? I mean, that links all back into the factory. That connects with the outgoing. That it all should be the same network. Oh, I don't have enough boilers. That's what's going on. Okay. That feels very excessive, but nope, that. I know my proportions are way wrong on this, but I'm not gonna fight that right now. And there we go. 200 steam being burned. Oh, but they have capacity. Okay. I have enough steam going into the system to satisfy the requirements. But I am almost at peak production. Yeah. I mean, there is a very easy answer. Stop researching. That'll stop 500 kilowatts instantaneously. And that'll eventually stop half the factory from not processing materials because it'll all be backed up. It is fucking throughput. My problem is throughput. I need to get 4 belts of iron into this. And I don't know how to do that right now. I mean, I can't even get enough consistent throughput for steel production to be a effective factor. And copper is struggling at times. So that's not great. But it looks like these are working. Do not send to train. Just set limit. It is greater than 7, so why are you not sending? Wait. Oh, okay. Never mind. About 400 ticks of steel short. That's why. Okay. This feels ridiculous, but I want to have one on hold at all times for this. Yeah, I don't have nearly enough iron throughput. And okay. Power is a problem, yes. I can try to supplement the solution with things like this. It is not perfect, though. There. Okay, that's not going to fit there. That's fine. Annoying, but fine. Just trying to squeeze more power out of this network as possible. And I don't have accumulators to help with the nighttime either. I need to have hold stations up here. Because right now their closest hold is way out here. And this coal vein is starting to die. Shit. Okay. 7.1, 3.4, 7.8, 16. I'm not seeing any more coal. Oh, wait, there we go. 19 million. Right in the middle of all them biters. Fuck. And having one nuclear reactor is not going to put out enough power to be worth it. I need to... Okay. Tank. Can I put together the tank? I have the tech for it. Do I have the resources for it, given that... No, I do not. Alright, I need steel, iron gears, advanced circuits. Well, okay, the problem is, like, on top of the tank, I also need munitions for the tank, which will require plastics into explosives, which I believe is behind chemical research, which I think I already have, so it's probably not as big of an issue as I think. Yeah, explosives, plastic, and steel. And yeah, I got laser turrets, but I don't have enough power to allow for that to happen. Explosives, coal, sulfur, and water made in chemical plants. I'm in trouble. I am seriously in trouble. Let's not run on the tracks till I absolutely have to, and then make it as short as possible. Okay, so I'm pretty sure anybody that's been listening knows in my head, but just because I'm trying to reiterate it to myself so I can understand it myself properly, I'm having a problem with power because consumption is outstripping supply when the factory is at full production. Now I can solve this by keep adding, if I continue to add more boilers and more steam engines, and I can also compensate with this if I get enough steel into the system by building a nuclear facility that will produce sufficient power to compensate for my woes right now. And I could realistically just sit back and let the game process, and eventually I will get to a state where I have enough steel to satisfy demand. Problem that I have is I don't know how long it'll take to satisfy every other production chain with steel. And okay, everything is at full. Everything is running at full power. It has 200 steam. So I have more than enough boilers right now to satisfy this system's demand. Okay, steel is in the network. That is doing its thing. Is that full all the way through? No. Okay, that's... Oh wait, that's actually exactly what I wanted it to do. Because it would set everything to red. Okay. This is gonna strangle my factory for a while, because this is gonna take an ungodly amount of power. And I'm gonna go take care of that belt all the way at the bottom. Okay. Because I need coal for grenades, which is for military science, and I need coal for... I can't remember, but I know there are a few other things that require coal. So realistically, I should have coal on my bus, which I don't want to get into that because the the mathematics for all that breaks my brain, and this is already breaking my brain. Okay. Everything else is just, yeah, solar panels, so I don't care about that. I'll let this get destroyed by my personal bots. And then I'll shunt all the excess into the network and let it get processed that way. Wait. Okay, bots. Y'all are some weird creatures. Okay, steel looks like it's actually pumping along pretty well, which is great, which means I can get my nuclear facilities up and running here in like 10 years. Because it just, oh, it gets so starved by the bottom here. Good lord. Okay. So I don't need that, or that, or that. And the rest of this can stay. Alright, to make a tank, what do I need? Red circuits, engines, gears, and steel. I'm just gonna steal some steel. Okay, and engines. $32. Red circuits. Good. Gears. Make me a tank. And the rest of this can just be shunted into the network. I am unfortunately going to be running into throughput problems. I know, I'm repeating the same problem over and over and over and over and over and over. And I'm sorry if it's annoying to y'all. This is my brain trying to process and figure all of this out. And why isn't this working? Because it's full of iron plate. There are so many breaks in my system. I don't know why there are so many breaks in my system, but it's freaking annoying that there are so many breaks in my system. Huh? What the? How did... You gotta be fucking kidding me. Of course. The first actual biter attack that I get is in a place I do not have turrets because I did not expect it to be coming right there. Gotta be kidding me. Just got to be fucking kidding me. And there are turrets up here, they're just not in the right position. Stop putting holes in my ship. Oh, God damn it. Okay. So now biters are going to become a problem. My first attack, or at least the first attack that caused an alarm to go off. Which is so weird, because I would expect it to go off over here. And apparently, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's great. I have the tank. It's always nice to have a weapon, but again, without proper munitions, it's a waste of time. And proper fuel, and just, oh, god damn it. Oh, I need to rework this muscle of mine, because... Alright. Tank ammo. That will allow me to do expansion. I still need to up iron production. And I'm scared of doing iron production right now because it'll make my pollution cloud even bigger, which is an irrelevant fear, but that is the deal I'm fighting. What other issues do I have? So many. Because, like, what needs... Alright, what I'm seeing right now is I need another station for copper drop-off, another station for iron drop-off to get 4 full belts of throughput into the factory, because I should already have another train here right now filling in the gap, and I don't, because it's up here filling the steel. So I need to fill another, I need to build another array, which is iron throughput, which I already have a marker for, so what more do I need to do? Solar? It would help, because during the daytime hours, it would lower my consumption rate of coal, and I should also switch from coal to something else. I have 1 nuclear reactor. I mean, I almost have all of my steam turbines. I have heat exchangers. I have probably not enough, but some. I know, Goober. You want to go for your walk. I know. I'm trying to wrap up. Just give me a few more minutes, okay? Okay, so tank shells, yes. And iron production will solve that. I need to set up better holding locations, but I don't know how to do that. Because these big boxes of just general, hey, here's 15 places for y'all to sit are fine for like resources that don't need constant pulling or... Okay, so they're not fine. They're not effective. Because what I need is a holding station specifically sanctioned for like supporting steel production, supporting iron production, supporting copper production, and having them specifically sanctioned in a follow-through fashion, so when one train empties, another one can be immediately there to fill it within like 10 seconds at most, versus the 15 or 20 that I'm dealing with now. And there is another thing that I can do, using oil, I can switch to solid fuel, or hell, even at this point, jet fuel, which the trains run faster, they accelerate faster, the fuel lasts longer, so in terms of resource consumption, it is a much better tool. And that would also cut down my coal consumption and have coal be specifically sanctioned or more efficiently sanctioned for as of right now, steam power or grenades or anything else in the network, because it's what coal is used for. Plastic and future technologies will let me. Okay, so one more tag, solid fuel. Switch. Okay. And I'll put that there. So in terms of priorities, I have no idea how effective this is, but tank ammo will allow me to go out into the world and clear all of these biter nests that are in or near my pollution cloud. Buy me a few more hours of expansion, but that is going to be so much fighting. Holy crap. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 biter bases. That's an entire stream of combat. Probably. Just because I want to put it in my brain. All right. All right, folks. It's a little bit earlier than normal, but my brain is hitting a fracture point, and my dog is being my dog. So I'm going to call the stream here. I do appreciate everybody who came out, said hello, and welcomed me back from my short hiatus. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Project Zomboid again. We will be trying to survive on a lower difficulty to see if I can actually make it longer and gain experience with the various, what's the word? Mechanics of the game and the skills. That will be starting at 0830, and I hope to see y'all there. I hope you have a good one.